Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Farmers near the Hudson, South Dakota area are busy cleaning up debris as crops were also impacted by the strong winds earlier this week.
One farmer who oversees 1,600 acres says most of his crops are now flat and his equipment badly damaged.
I think 3 of our 5 irrigators are tipped over. We lost a few grain bins, as you can see in the back, and I wouldn't be surprised if we find a few other things that we haven't noticed yet too.
Cole says he plans to file a claim with crop insurance along with his grain bins that were knocked over.
One man is dead after a motorcycle crash in western Rapid City.
Police say it happened around 6:30 Wednesday night at the intersection of Omaha and Cross Streets. Witnesses told police the rider sped onto Omaha Street from Founders Park.
The bike left the road and the rider hit a light pole. He was taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries.
The 85th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally starts tomorrow. Along with attracting motorcyclists, it's also a hotspot for human trafficking.
Because of this, Call to Freedom puts pull tabs up in different rest stops and gas stations across the state that have information to help you identify if you're being trafficked and who you can contact.
These pull tabs have really been life-saving in many different ways, but also like the awareness that comes to the community that this is happening and that they're coming through your restaurants, they're coming through those visitor bureaus, they're coming through your emergency departments, and we don't even know their situation.
There will also be a heavy law enforcement presence at the rally.
Officials say if you see something you believe to be human trafficking, to report it.
Well, now let's get a check on this morning's weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, everybody. We are looking at a cooler than average day today. Temperatures in the 70s to lower 80s. We might be able to sneak in the lower 80s for central and parts of south central South Dakota. We've had a couple of morning showers and thunder showers in western KELOLAND. That can regenerate as we do get into the evening hours, early overnight across western South Dakota, and some that can spread into central KELOLAND for tomorrow. And Brian will have more details on that forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. With the motorcycle rally right around the corner, towns like Mitchell are preparing with an event of its own. The Palace City Pre-Sturgis Party is set for today on Mitchell's Main Street, right in front of the Corn Palace.
The event includes food trucks, the Moto Trails stunt show, a free car and bike show, a motorcycle rodeo, and live concerts from Weston Frank and Shelby Lee Lowe. For more on the event and its history, you can check out this KELOLAND.com original by Michael Dorn.
Sioux Falls city officials are getting ready for National Night Out.
Sioux Falls Police, Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, and other city departments will be participating in some events. Officials say there is 26 events this year.
Some of the neighborhoods involved are Cathedral, All Saints, and Kingswood. Community Resource Officer Kyle Johnson says it's an opportunity for interaction.
The whole premise of National Night Out is for neighbors to get together, get to know each other, and also it's to deter crime. And so get together so that way you can talk to law enforcement officers, you can talk to fire department and talk about fire safety as well.
Johnson says Police Chief John Toome and Leo the Therapy Dog will be at National Night Out.
This year's events are scheduled for Tuesday, August 5th.
One of the sweetest days of the year is upon us, Miracle Treat Day.
Today, 30 area Dairy Queen restaurants will host Miracle Treat Day, where $1 of every Blizzard sold goes toward Children Miracle Network hospitals.
Around here, those donations go directly to the Sanford Children's Hospital.
They support families with things like meals, mileage, lodging, and then we help purchase some of the equipment that we have at Sanford Children's that wouldn't necessarily be available in South Dakota if it wasn't for donations.
To find a participating Dairy Queen near you, follow the link under this story on KELOLAND.com.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check of your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, tracking today's weather forecast. A little smoke in the air from those Canadian wildfires. We're watching that kind of draped here across much of eastern South Dakota into Minnesota. And you can see some of those winds in the steering flow of the atmosphere kind of pushing that back into our region. So we definitely need to observe that. Not just today, but probably tomorrow too. It looks pretty thick there tomorrow morning, at least enough to acknowledge. Now, we get into the weekend forecast. We'll continue to see how that might might change here a little bit as we eventually source some weather in a little bit farther to the west, but it's a slow process. And one thing, too, we've got to keep an eye on some scattered rain chances. Now, today it looks pretty minimal in western South Dakota, but still a couple of showers can bubble up. Notice tonight we're basically dry for the vast majority until late tonight, and then we source in a few more showers and thunderstorms into the northwest. I do think there's a case to be said for tomorrow for some shower and thunderstorm chances up and down the middle of South Dakota. Some of that might affect Aberdeen. Sioux Falls looks less likely. But if you get out to Mitchell, Chamberlain, and north and west of there are some showers and thunderstorms. And by Friday night, some of that might affect areas a little farther east. Saturday is a day where we're still on the border here on what to do with Sioux Falls. It looks like we may have to add some rain chances in here based on the timing of some of this. And notice how late in the day it tends to come back in some spots again. So it's a pattern that just has enough activity to it that we will have some episodes of scattered showers and thunderstorms. It will not be raining all weekend, and primarily in the 70s for high temperatures. And then next week we'll start to see some moderation and warm back up as the humidity will eventually go back higher too. 77 today, Sioux Falls, hazy skies, 75 in Worthington. Quick look at your 7-day forecast. And again, we'll beef up those rain chances again into early next week. I will caution you, the middle of next week could turn stormy. The pattern is looking a little bit more active again. We've got more humidity, warmer temperatures. We've got some jet stream winds that are stronger again. So we'll keep an eye on it. It's just something to think about middle of next week. And showers and thunderstorms are returning also for Aberdeen. They're not real high chances, but they're in there. 20% Friday, 30% Saturday, 50% though by Sunday. And as we go toward Pierre and Rapid City, same idea here. We bring in shower and thunderstorm chances again for tomorrow. I think that's looking pretty good, actually, and also into at least the first part of Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week, we get to those 80s for temperatures, and Rapid City also will be warming up into the 80s, even a 90 here by Tuesday. Check out more details online at KELOLAND.com.